evening, or good afternoon, rather, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Again, my name is LSG. Welcome to the first episode, the first edition of the We Podcast. This is the kickoff. This is the jump. I'm joined again by my man Joseph Menina out in Florida, USA. I'm currently in Johannesburg, but regardless, we're inspiring everybody everywhere, right? We're inspiring people in Johannesburg, Cape Town, Durban, Port Elizabeth, Florida, New York, Portugal. Doesn't matter. Anywhere and everywhere, our plan is to reach everybody in every single corner of this beautiful earth. Um, so real quick, like we said in the introduction video, that we'll be introducing various topics. So this week's topic will be the power of self-development, the power of personal development, what it is, what it can do for you, what it's done for us. And but real quick, before we dive into that, we took a little, a little break, a little breather there before we launched this video, only because we wanted to, just respect everybody's opinions and respect really what's happening in the world right now. Apart from the pandemic, we have the movement that's happening out in the States, and we didn't want to take away from that. We wanted to instead shed light on that, and just really, like I said, pay respect to those who are suffering, those who have very strong opinions about what's happening right now. And so we didn't want to take away from that. So without further ado, we wanted to thank you guys for joining us, for staying patient, for sharing, for liking, for commenting on our videos, for subscribing on our YouTube channel, liking us on Facebook, all of the above. So we just wanted to thank you guys for that. And so, without further ado, let's just introduce our topic, the power of self-development. So Joe, you considered a self-development king in many people's eyes. You're very motivational, you're very inspirational, high energy, always happy. So you obviously use the power of self-development in your personal capacity, in your career, in your life, in your family life as well. So what is personal development, and what can it do for you, or what has it done for you in your personal life?
I would say self-development for me it's an investment into yourself. We invest into many things in life, right? We invest into stocks. We invest our time into it, whether if it's school or whether if it's hanging out with our friends, or we invest our time into our jobs or into our businesses, right? But when was the last time we self-reflected and invested time into ourselves? So that's how I view self-development. And to me, it's more or less just an investment into yourself. And we should be invested into ourselves more than we are in anything else. Okay. And how about yourself? Like somebody like you that is very inspirational to many, is definitely a leader. And especially in breakdancing too, you have to have like a strong foundation, and your mindset has to be correct, has to be right. So how has it influenced you in your life, and what does it mean to you?
So what it means to me, personal development is the power of self-awareness and self-improvement, like you said, improving self, improving the way you see yourself, the way you treat yourself. So all of the above, that's personal development for me. It's daily acts of progression, daily acts of improvement, in all areas of life. It's not just one thing. It's not just reading books. It's not just listening to motivational speakers and clips. It's a holistic view of improvement. It's of course, it's reading books, making sure your mental health is correct, making sure your physical health is correct, spiritual health, financial health, emotional health, all of the above. That is personal development, and making sure that you're improving on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, monthly basis, yearly basis, improving on those areas, on those key areas. You know what I mean? And so personal development for me is the power of personal development is the power of self-awareness and self-reflection and self-improvement.
Yes.
It's called personal development, not impersonal development. You know what I mean? And what it's done for me. We'll get into what it's done for us in our respective careers and our lives and whatever. But in a nutshell, what it's done for me, I mean, it's allowed us to create this platform, right? It's allowed us to want to inspire others, to want to get into self-development, so that they can one day want to, aspire to inspire others as well. You know what I'm saying? Regardless how they do it, you could be a lawyer, you could be an accountant, you could be a dancer, you could be whatever. You know what I'm saying? Is if you're doing what you're doing and you're passionate about it, and that's you believe that's your calling and your purpose, you're going to inspire somebody else to follow their purpose. You're going to inspire somebody else to follow in your footsteps,
of course,
for themselves to develop self and improve self as well. So that's the power of self-development in a nutshell. But what do you do on a daily basis though to ensure that you develop self and develop your life, your career, your mental health, physical health? What do you do on a daily basis? What do you read? What do you do? Visualize, meditate,
all of
all of the above. All of the above. So I thought I was going crazy. I thought it was, that's good.
Yeah.
So so what do you do? What is your daily routine? What do you do when you wake up, and what do you do? Read a book, visualize, pray, meditate, all of the above, you say?
Yeah, definitely. I wake up, all the above, I wake up, I declare the day, I pray, I give thanks to the Lord. I give thanks for this beautiful day, even if it could be raining outside, there could be a hurricane outside, but I still say, thank you so much, Lord, for this beautiful day. I'm not pushing any religion on anybody. Whatever you guys believe in is cool, but that's just what I do on a daily basis. I give thanks to the Lord. Then I'll dive into self-development, whether if it's reading. I have the Bible app. I read a scripture there. I read the Bible as well. I have a plan on there that I read daily. And then I dive into self-development, like a book or anything, whatever I'm going through in that season or whatever that time, and then I actually I make monthly goals and yearly goals to make sure I finish books, because in the beginning of this self-development and getting involved, I didn't like reading. I still don't really like sitting down and actually reading. I would rather listen to an audio or listen to positive and motivational music or a clip on YouTube or a podcast or anything like that. So on a daily basis, and then I'll throw in some, I'll work out, I'll stretch, just to get the physical well-being there, as the health there as well, because all that stuff goes together, and I believe that it all connects and it all helps each other and just progress, so yes. So that's what I basically do on a daily basis. And how about yourself? What do you like? Especially being in dancing, you have to be fit, And what do you do on a daily basis to implement all of that?
So the first thing I do when I wake up, I mean, I sit in bed for like 10, 15 minutes. I don't get out of bed for like 10, 15 minutes. For 10, 15 minutes, I visualize what I want out of life. You know what I mean? I visualize, where I'll be in 5 years, 10 years time. But I make it, you know what I mean? I make it as if it's already happening now. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just the power of the subconscious mind. You gotta act as if it's happening now in order for it to happen at all. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I do. The first 10, 15 minutes of the day, I just sit in bed and I visualize. And then I get out of bed and I give thanks, just like you do. I show gratitude for the day. I thank God for the day. And you don't have to be religious, you know what I mean? You don't have to be, you know what I mean? But just showing gratitude,
yes,
sets the tone off for the day. You know what I'm saying? It starts your day off right, So I show gratitude, I give thanks, and then I pray, and then I meditate. So I visualize, I get up, give thanks, I pray, and then I meditate. I'm not telling anybody that's what you need to do. That's just what works for me. I know you have your own methods. Some of you watching this might have their own methods. You know what I'm saying? And whatever works for you, that's as long as it works for you. That's all that matters.
Of course.
And then I get up. I try to have a healthy meal. I have
Yeah.
some fruit in the morning. I drink water. Have some coffee, and then I get into self development.
Mm.
So I either start studying or I start reading. I'm reading a bunch of books at the moment. I got a bunch of books at my bedside, actually. You know what I'm saying? So I'll show you guys in a bit. And then I work out for about 2 hours. Um, I stretch, of course, and then I need to keep flexible, and then I need to keep in shape for for my dancing. You know what I'm saying? I can't just dance and not do all of those you know stretches and conditioning workouts. If I don't do that, I'm just going to be exposing myself to injuries and all of that sort of stuff. So I stretch, I work out for about 2 hours, and then I take a break for about another 2 hours, and then I dance for like an hour. So I'm making sure that my mental health, first and foremost, is on point first thing in the morning. And then I eat healthily, just to make sure that my physical health is on point. And then I exercise and I dance and just to make sure that I'm well taken care of mentally and physically. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody's gonna take care of you when you're sick, or
Yeah,
when you're
definitely.
injured. You know what I'm saying? You got to take care of yourself, or you got to go to the doctor and get yourself checked out. You know what I mean? Because you
Definitely.
didn't take care of your physical health. Same thing with your mental health.
Mm.
If you don't develop self mentally,
Mm.
you exposing yourself to depression, anxiety, all of that sort of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I do on a daily basis, and I do that every day. I know it sounds
Mm.
boring. It sounds,
Yeah.
but you gotta really develop a routine,
Yes.
and a habit,
Yeah.
and that way it becomes second nature, and it becomes what you do, you know,
Mm.
effortlessly. You know what I'm saying? And it's really helped me. It's really helped me reach my physical, fitness goals and career goals as well. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I do on a daily basis. So how's the power of self development helped you in your career or your relationships, your family life, and how's that helped you? You know, how's personal development helped you develop self?
Yeah, no, definitely.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. No, of course it does. It's helped me a lot, actually. Because with diving into self development, I came across. I know you read the book. I watched the movie on Netflix. It's called The Secret. So with
Yeah.
doing all that, I learned about the law of attraction. And with the law of attraction, just real quick, is basically I created a vision board, and like you said, in the morning you visualize everything. So I know you have one, I have one, and I encourage everybody to have one definitely. And
Yeah.
and I just put visions on I just put things on this board, and I put it where by my bedside, and every day I wake up I see it, so I already know what my vision is. So a few years ago I put on my vision board that I want to own a home, my wife and I. So we were renting at the time, and then long story short, a few years later, we like packed it away somewhere. I don't know why, but we packed it away, and then we were unraveling it. We looked at it, and when we were first moving into the home, when we were unpacking, we opened it up, and we were like, "Yo, look at this! This is crazy! We just bought this house, and on the vision board that we made a few years ago, it said own your own home." And it was one of the first things that we unpacked, and we saw it, and we were like, man, this is crazy. And there's countless of things that I've put on there, small little things, but still they mean a lot, because you're putting you're putting it out there into the world. It's like, I want to read 3 books in 6 months, and you just do it, and it's mentally in your mind, and you just continuously do it, So to me, that's how it's so like, there's so many things that I do, that I just do it because I know it works. And I do it just to prove myself that I know it's going to work, And even first time I went to South Africa, I put it up. I put Cape Town. I found the picture online, put it up there. All of a sudden, boom, we went to Cape Town 2 times. I was like, yo, this is
Yeah.
crazy. I'm from New Jersey. I never thought about going to Cape Town.
Yeah.
Just things like that, and like it's just crazy how it works, And I'm super excited on the things I have up there now, and
Yeah.
for it to become real, and and for me to just keep on visualizing and everything like that, and I believe that it gets harder. It does. It's not easy, not at all, because you have to be very consistent. It's just like going to
Yeah.
the gym. How many people out here that are watching us right now? They always say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna work out," but it never works out.
Facts.
you
Facts.
know, the gym works.
Yeah.
We just have to work it. And the temptation
Exactly.
that cross our path. I believe that
Yeah.
there's a for every level that you're on, there's a different devil.
Mm.
So you always have to overcome that to build and to get stronger. So yeah, so that's how it impacted me in my life so far, and I'm just super excited on to keep on going and to keep on thriving and to keep
Yeah.
and just to keep winning. So how about yourself? Someone like you that super 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 dedicated, super consistent. How has it impacted your life?
Every level there's another devil. I like that. Um, that's crazy, man. It's crazy you say because I don't know about you, but I was very skeptical at first when I started creating a vision board and when I started,
Yeah.
initially when I read The Secret, I was like, there is no way in hell you could visualize and you could affirm something and then out of nowhere it just manifests itself. I was skeptical at first, but then I started to read the book further,
Yeah.
and a lot of things just made sense. A lot of things that happened in the past, um, that I was unaware of
Yeah.
subconsciously on a subconscious level,
Yeah.
it just made sense looking back, and it only makes sense looking back. You'll never figure it out looking forward.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, how it's helped me. I'm just like you. I have a vision board as well, and even when I was creating the vision board, I was like, "There's no way in hell the stuff that I'm putting here is just way. It's just far fetched. It's not. It's physically possible to reach. It's not. It's never gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? That's the devil in the mind that convinces you otherwise. You know what I'm saying? That's the devil trying to talk you out of following your dreams and aspirations. But I did it anyway. Because part of me was like, just try it out. What do you have to lose? But on
Exactly.
that vision board, I put I'd never been out of the country, but I put travel the world, and I put
Mm.
a picture of like of a globe with different countries and different um, locations around the world, and I'd also put I put what I wanted to do as a career. I put a bunch of pictures of me dancing, and I one of the things that I put up there was, I wanted to become, like I said, I wanted to travel the world, but I wanted to become in hospitality. I wanted to become a manager because I studied hospitality management, but I wanted to
Mm.
become a manager in whatever, like a restaurant or. But I had very little experience in management. I'd always been a server or a waiter. And let me rewind real quick. So 2010, I applied for hospitality management, and I told the story to a few people. 2010, I applied for hospitality management. I was fresh out of high school, and I did the interview with the school, and the two lecturers or the two professors that interviewed me had asked me. They said, where do you see yourself 5 years after graduating with this
Mm.
with this qualification in hospitality? I said 5 years, and I said it very confidently. 5 years, I see myself as a manager at a restaurant somewhere, or maybe a hotel. I said it confidently. I said it with
Yeah.
conviction. So the the gentleman that was interviewing me, one of the gentlemen that was interviewing me, he kind of chuckled sarcastically. He was like, I doubt that's ever gonna happen. So I was like,
Mm.
dude,
What?
what the hell? Like, yo, what's up with you, bro? Like, you dream killing son of a, you know.
What?
Uh, so I looked at him. I was like, I didn't know what to say. And he's like, yeah, I highly doubt that's gonna happen. I said, wow, why? Like, why you say that? He's like, yeah, you have no experience. You you lack knowledge, or blah 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 blah. You just give me all these reasons why I wouldn't do it. So I kind of believed him, you know. Anyway, I went back and I got experience. I worked in the industry, and I reapplied the following year and I got in. Fast forward, I graduated 2014, September, October 2014, and 5 years later, again, fast forward 5 years later, you know, I was working at, you know, this country club, you know, that we work in, Joe. I'm not going to say the name out of respect, you know. So I got a call, 2019, September 2019, I got a call, exactly 5 years after graduating, I got a call from the HR department, and they said, you know, we want to offer you this job, as we want to offer you a promotion as a manager. I was like, what? And it didn't register. It didn't register exactly 5 years after the gentleman had said, after graduating, it didn't register. And, you know, so he said, the HR lady said, you know, we want to offer you the job. Do you accept? I was like, yeah, of course. You know what I mean? Like, of course I accept. But then I dropped the call, and I went home and I was like, yo, this is dope, man. This is dope. Then I was like, yo, 2010, homeboy asked me, where do you see yourself 5 years after graduating? And I told him I see myself as a manager. And he said he highly doubted that. And in exactly 5 years, it happened. It came into fruition. You know what I'm saying? But what I didn't realize is that subconsciously I was feeding my subconscious that information. I was telling myself that it's going to happen, you know, and I didn't know I was doing this.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was doing this. And, you know, I think really by him saying that it's never going to happen, he made it happen.
Of course.
Because then I'm the type of guy that if you tell me I can't do something, I'm going to make sure I do it, you know. Yeah, and I've always been that way. Even with my parents, my family, you can't do that. I'm gonna do it. Watch me. You know what I'm saying? But that's the power of that's the power of visualization and the power of law of attraction. You know, yes. Regardless of whether somebody tells you can't do it or not, if you believe it yourself, then you can do it. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So I mean, I recommend anybody that's trying to achieve anything, but doesn't know how and doesn't have the means. Start with a vision board, you know. Definitely. Cut some pictures up from a magazine, of your favorite car or something, you know what I'm saying? But start small and put it on a vision board, you know. Put it somewhere where you can see it like often, you know what I mean? The first thing you see in the morning is your vision board. Last thing you see before you go to sleep, a vision board, you know what I'm saying? You're feeding your subconscious mind what you're trying to manifest, and by doing that, it will manifest. Again, I'm not expert in manifestation, you know, quantum physics, you know, but I'm just talking from experience that this, you know, and you know, somebody watching this might be skeptical and they might be like, yeah, nah, dude, like that's a bunch of BS, and try it. What do you have to lose? Like, exactly. I mean, I was skeptical at first. I don't know about you, Joe, but I was skeptical as well. Like there's no way this could happen, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it happened. That's the conscious mind trying to talk the subconscious mind out of doing something that might benefit you in the future. You know, like you said, for every level there's another devil. That means you take a step to self-development, your mind is gonna be like, this is uncomfortable. I'm not trying to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. True.
I don't know about you, but you know, in the beginning I was mad skeptical, and I'm glad I took that step. So, I mean, I challenge anybody to take that step if you like. You know, what do you have to lose? You got nothing but time now. I mean, you're all stuck in lockdown, right? Stuck in quarantine. I mean,
yeah, right.
You might as well
see, like, you know, you have different seasons of your life, and right now I'm diving into John Maxwell because I'm just connecting more with that. And how about yourself? Who are you currently reading now, and what do you recommend to the people?
Right now, I'm reading Start With Why by Simon Sinek.
Yes.
I mean, I've got two of his books. This one I haven't started yet. This is Find Your Why by Simon Sinek. again, I have all these books at my bedside. I mean, it's good to just look at them, be like, yeah, I have to read those.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just,
It's like a
you know,
start.
yeah, it kind of forces you to be like, I bought all these books. I can't, you know, I didn't buy them here just to keep them on display. You know what I'm saying? But so yeah, this is the one that I'm reading now, along with The Magic by Rhonda Byrne.
Nice.
Yeah, so like I said, I got a bunch of books here. This is like a small little booklet that I got from a friend of mine, Shane Conway. Shout out to Shane Conway.
Shane?
It's The Millionaire Booklet by Grant Cardone. You guys can check this guy on Instagram. He's got, you know, jam packed full of, you know, business knowledge. And
have you checked this book out, The 10X Rule?
I know about it, but I haven't bought it. But you know, once I finish with these books by Simon Sinek, you know what I mean, I want to dive into Grant Cardone more, because you know I don't have a lot of business books. You know what I mean? I don't have. I got like I got 2 or 3 maybe. But another one that I haven't looked at this book is
Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins. This is quite an old book, but it's classic. It's classic. Tony Robbins, Awaken the Giant. Another one by Tony Robbins, Money Master the Game. You know,
there you go.
Another big one. Yeah, this guy doesn't write small books at all. So, but the one that really set it off for me, like you touched on it earlier on, again by Rhonda Byrne, The Secret. This is what really like set me off, along with Mind Power by John Cahoon, and the Power of the Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy.
There we go.
That's those 3 books are really what set it off for me, and really got my mind right, and just changed my paradigm. You know what I mean? I was stuck in a certain way of thinking, and this kind of like, you know, turned me on a little bit. And after reading those books, I just, you know, I was very conscious of what I put in my brain and what I do on a daily basis. I was very conscious of my actions and what I say to myself, what I say to others. Anybody that knows me, I try to stay away from certain words, and I try to stay away from certain information, just because I know the effects it will have on me personally. It might not have the same effect on you, but obviously I know what it would do to me and what it would do for me. So I try to stay away from certain things and certain words and certain, you know, circumstances. I try to stay away from certain people, no disrespect, but, you know, but you know, energy is contagious, and you gotta be conscious of what you take in and who you surround yourself by, because I mean, people will have the purest of intentions, but their methods aren't, you know, beneficial to you. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you got to be conscious of who you surround yourself by, because your network becomes your net worth. You know. We'll dive into that in future episodes, but
definitely,
in a nutshell, yeah, you just gotta be conscious of what you put in. You know, like you always say, garbage in, garbage out. You know, greatness in, greatness out. You know,
yeah.
Put greatness in you, you give greatness back. So,
of course,
yeah. I mean, those are some of the books that I read. Motivational clips. You know, again, the guy that set it off for me was Eric Thomas. Dr. Eric Thomas now. If you guys know who Dr. Eric Thomas is, he's one of the best motivational speakers in the world. And, you know, a friend of mine sent me a clip by him in 2012. I was still studying. And it was, I think it was one of these first clips. It was called How Bad Do You Want It? No, is that, yeah. How bad do you want it? Is that what it's called? Yeah. How bad do you want it? If you want to breathe, if you want to succeed as much as you want to breathe, right? Yeah. So yeah, he sent that to me about 2012, winter of 2012. I remember that much, and I remember listening to it on repeat, just crying, like just in tears, just because of how passionate he was, and you know, how real he was. You know what I'm saying? I've never heard a motivational speaker that passionate before. And but yeah, Les Brown as well. Les Brown, Tony Robbins, Chris Gardner. You know, I had the pleasure of of seeing Les Brown and Chris Gardner live. Again, also in 2012, 2013. You know, with a friend of mine, and
Nice.
I bought their books. You guys don't know who Chris Gardner is. If you've ever watched The Pursuit of Happiness by Will Smith, the character that he plays, Chris Gardner, that's him. So we got to see him live, and again, I still have his notes. I was writing down notes and writing down what he was saying, and till this day, I still live by what he says, and I try to implement on a daily basis, and what he was trying to teach us, and what he was trying to, you know, share out there into the world. So, you know, so in order to become what you're trying to become, it doesn't matter what it is, you know, you got to really act as if it is. You got to act as if you are already, you know what I mean, in order to become what you're trying to become. You know, the root word of become is be. So you can never become something without being right now. So you got to be right now in order to become, if that makes sense. I know that sounds cliche, but it's really true. You got to become, you got to be in order to become. Right,
Absolutely.
Joe?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So yeah, guys, this is a call to action. Now, you listen to the whole podcast. You listen to this episode 1. We're super excited about it, but like I just said, it is a call to action. So, guys, what is self-development to you? If you're already involved into self-development, that's awesome. Congratulations. Now let's continue to do this. You know, if for the people that aren't involved into self-development, let's get it. Let's go dive into it. You know, go after your goals, your dreams, whatever you want to do. I could guarantee this will happen. Watch the Secret, read the book, The Secret, and let us know what you think. Let us know how it is working for you, and or how it could work for you. Also, what daily activities are you going to take right now after watching this show? What books and audios are you excited to read? What books and audios were you always thinking about reading and we're just kind of putting it off, procrastinating? But this is the time. The time is now, guys. And how has the power of self-development influenced you in your life? That's obviously for people that is already involved into self-development, and for everybody that wants to get into self-development. Put that on your vision board. Write it down in a book. How has it influenced? Speak it into your life already, even if you didn't start it yet, because that's the law of attraction. In 2 months from now, 3 months from now, you're going to be like, yo, I remember from Lesego and Joe, they were talking about this. This is crazy. And then you'll be able to share us your story on how it has helped and how it will be able to even help even further in life. But guys, call to action. Take action. Let's go. Let's do it. And I'm super excited for the next episode. So, guys, take care. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe. Show us love. We'll show love back. And anything you want to hear down below in the comments, definitely show us your love. And we just want to connect with you. Inspired to be inspired.
Amen. Amen. Well, there you have it. Episode 1, you know, done and dusted. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the podcast. We look forward to inspiring and being inspired by your story. So, like Joe said, like, share, comment, subscribe, all of the above. Be blessed.